Dr. Eric Landrum is the author of highly regarded books on careers in psychology and was also in town for the APA convention. He had some interesting observations on trends in that field.
I'm here as both a participant in sessions, attending meetings, hearing talks, as well as presenting some of my own research in an earlier session. Psychology is this amazingly popular major across the United States. It's typically ranked in top 2 or 3 behind business and education oftentimes. Amazingly versatile, and so about 20 to 25% of students who are undergraduate psychology majors go on to graduate school psychology. The remaining 75% go on to try to get a good job in psych, and so there's lots of competition for those good opportunities. I've done a lot of research over the years, tracking students both at Boise State University, the place with the blue turf, and across the country really with national studies, looking at the career trajectories of students and what they can do to be successful in the workplace and beyond. And so that transition from college to career. Well, I can tell you with trends in psychology, the issue is about, personally I think it's about skills. And so I think it's about students needing to be able to document their skills that they have. And not so much on a resume, although that's pretty important, but actually having the skills outside the classroom. So if I were giving advice to undergraduate psychology majors, I'd say get out of the classroom. And so you want to be a good student, that's for sure, but you want to see what it's like to apply those classroom concepts beyond the classroom. So being an internship, being an undergraduate teaching assistant or a research assistant, those would be really helpful activities, help you build your resume, build a mentoring relationship with a faculty member, because that's going to be important down the road for letters of recommendation. So whether you're going to graduate school or not, you're going to need 3 strong references or letters of recommendation. I'm clearly biased, but psychology is one of the most, if not the most important field. Our lives aren't getting easier. Our lives aren't getting more complicated. There are more difficult, challenging circumstances we face as families, as individuals, as part of a relationship, as cultures, at all levels. Psychologists study those things, and so our goal is to understand human behavior at all of those levels. So the trends in upper level graduate school education would be more of counseling and clinical psychology, very popular, very much needed. If you look at the national trends in the United States, Occupational Outlook will give us reports about the need for counseling psychologists. I think if you look at big, broad trends in psychology, I think the biggest one is that there's been this emphasis on positive psychology. You know, psychology really started as the treatment of disorders, and so whether you're looking at schizophrenia or bipolar, psychology kind of had its foundation there. I'd say in the last 10 to 20 years that the trend has become looking at positive psychology. So what can we understand about how people become healthier, not how do we understand how we can help people overcome disorders. We're still interested in that, but I think that's the biggest trend, that notion of positive psychology. Let's study what makes people healthy in addition to what makes them unhealthy.
Hi there, my name is Lisa Trumbull. I'm a senior admissions representative at Argosy University, the Honolulu campus. Here at Argosy University, we are really known for the psychology and the counseling fields. We actually have a 50-year heritage in higher education. We were the American School of Professional Psychology. We've been Argosy University since 2001. Our PsyD program is one of 2 clinical psychology programs here in Hawaii, and it is the only program that's really designed to produce practitioners. So a big driving goal of our program is to prepare our students to be serving diverse populations and to produce clinical psychologists that will meet the mental health needs of the state as well as across the greater Pacific Rim. My role is to work with all the candidates and the inquiries for the program.
The reason I chose Argosy for its excellent program in clinical psychology, for outstanding professors, mentors, and different opportunities that are presented for doctoral students. My experience here has been absolutely wonderful. I am very satisfied with the program. I absolutely love working with different professors.
We use a scholar practitioner model with our education here in clinical psychology. meaning that many of our full-time faculty still see clients. They have their own private practice. What that really does for the student experience is that brings that real-world experience to the classroom, which is really going to help our students develop the skills that they would be able to use in their career.
Professors here are always helpful. They will answer any questions you have. You can approach them at any time, and they can also direct you to whatever field in clinical psychology you would like to pursue, and opportunities here are absolutely enormous. As part of my education as a doctoral student, we are required to complete several practica. And what a practicum is, basically it's a clinical training where you go out as a student psychologist and apply the skills that you learn here in the classroom and work closely with other people and patients and with other psychologists.
We also have associates as well as bachelor degrees in psychology. These degrees would prepare you for going on to working in the field of psychology, and also would really prepare you to go on to a graduate degree in higher education.
My experience here at Argosy is absolutely priceless. I feel like I am in the right field. I feel like I want to advance my skills and knowledge in the field of clinical psychology as well as neuropsychology.
If you are interested in learning about any of the programs that we have to offer here at Argosy, undergrad or graduate programs in psychology, business, education, criminal justice, and liberal arts, please don't hesitate. We have many admissions representatives that would love to have you come on down. We would learn more about your interests, what you're really looking to do in a career and with your education, and then we'd be happy to give you a tour of campus.